okay? Making sure that you can hear me more than you can hear the background music. Praise and power. Welcome to a Sunday Moment of Harmony. I am so grateful for all of you being able to tune in on Sunday. It has been a, I'm just going to move some more of my paperwork out of the way. It has been, I moved some of it to start, and then now that I'm moving, I'm realizing I need more space than I thought I did. Oops. So it has been one of those weeks. It's been a week. And your girl is tired. You probably can see, oh, there's some glitter. But your girl is tired. So bear with me today. Not only is today going to be one of those moments where we push through together because they're needed, but it's also going to be one of those moments that are kind of quick. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible because I have such a full Sunday, and so it was either cancel and move to Monday, and I know Monday moments are like, especially we're back to school tomorrow, so it was like cancel today or squeeze one in and keep it moving. And this is my attempt to squeeze one in. And so I just want to thank you for all your mommy mercy today. I want to thank you for coming in, joining in, being positive. Yes, I did. I got started very early today. If you only knew this morning, Mr. Carter, I tried to get started at 9, but how you doing? Hey, Mr. Carter, welcome, welcome. Um, I did get started very early, much earlier, and I wanted to get started even earlier because the day is like so. I have so much. First day of school tomorrow, and there's so much to do today. So I was like, I did not want to postpone another moment. We already did that from Saturday to Sunday, so I didn't want to do that again. So, but we're here. We're gonna go ahead and like, you know what I'm saying? Get it in, get it moving quickly, and quickly go through this week's moment. I think that no, just because I'm in a rush doesn't mean that our moments don't have value, and doesn't mean that we don't need to take the quiet time out for and with one another. So we are still going to do that. Okay, now today's episode is entitled Appreciation Attraction, and I'm super excited to get into that because there's a lot of false ideologies around manifestation and around just wanting more and seeing more and not really understanding all of the work, the internal work that goes into what it is that you are creating for yourself. So super duper excited to get into that. I want to start off with just a couples of shout outs. I want to first, the numbers were off the charts last week, so I thank everyone for their participation, for coming into the dialogue and being a part. We had it was a really great deal of interaction. Some of it, y'all could keep, but for the most part, again, what it did for the channel and being able to put the channel in spaces where it's needed most, I'm always super grateful for that. I'm grateful for us being able to show up in other people's lives right at the moment that they need, as the moment that they need. Okay, so super grateful for that as well. I want to give a shout out to my aunt, Cynthia, who yesterday received an honorary doctorate in humane letters, and I was a part of that whole process with them, and just going through the whole. It was a day. It was a day of events, and I just want to thank her so much for being the example. Thank all of my aunts. I'm so proud of my aunts. Goals. I'm proud of my family. I just pray that we continue to transition trauma into triumph. That we continue to have our testimonies grow and expand life for ourselves, but for anyone that comes in contact with us. So super proud of you all. Thank, thank you so much, Mr. Carter. I only see the light. I don't have no time for it. So, but thank you so much. And you did a good job as being a really great friend and keeping your composure, because I know that's hard for you too. I know y'all cancers, y'all ready to fight. It's okay. It's okay. I'm okay. We're okay. And guess what? The numbers were numbering. And the best part about that is when it gets like that, they start to put it in more places, and you never know who is in need of a moment, an intimate moment. This sun, y'all, I'm sorry. It's just driving me a little bit crazy. You never know who is in need of a moment, right? Okay. So we are in a manifestation series. We are going to the door of my 40th birthday. I'm in the last year of my 30s, last year of a lot of things, and we are manifesting more. We are not just wishing for more. We are not just hoping for more. We have not just made a list of what's going to be better and put it up on our wall. We are working. We are working internally, we are expanding externally, we are growing our lives into the realities that we see them truly as. And we have been doing that for weeks now, and we're about 6 months away from the conclusion of this manifestation series. It is long and strong, but we have big things to do, and that's why I'm super duper excited about it. And so, if it is the last year of a lot of things for you, I want you to go ahead and put a star emoji. Last year of a lot of things for you. We're going to go ahead and make sure that we're touching and agreeing, that we're praying and keeping, and that we're looking out for each other. I want to give also a very special shout out for the parents. When I tell you, I don't know that people ever really keep in mind the work that goes into preparing your children to transition from summer to back to school. It's an entire summer is an entire culture in the house. It's an entire climate within itself of like recuperation and revitalization and like family and bonding, and the school year is really a whole nother vein of existence. So making that transition with little people is a lot. So I want to give a big shout out to all the parents that have been working really hard to make that sure that their children are prepared for school. That all the teachers, I talked to some teachers at the conference yesterday who are getting themselves ready for the new school year. It is a lot that goes into growing people, period. And so that is for those of us that are assisting and growing the people here at home. Well, I'm going to say assisting, we're initiating. And then for those that are assisting out when they leave the home. So great, 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 great work. Happy birthday, Dayline. Welcome to a Moment of Harmony. Um, so that's a lot of work. I just want to just remind all of the parents that, and then I want to give a special shout out to single parents. I'm so grateful to all of my friends and families who have stepped in to contribute in any way to make sure that support is given when it's needed, and that the village makes sure that these children are actually growing and thriving. Work, y'all, it is work. And so I want to give a shout out to all the parents, teachers, all of the supporters of families and community, and all of the single parents, because your girl is tired. I'm so tired and I'm so far from finished, but we have so much to do. But I'm super duper grateful. um I want to just also remind all of the parents too that as we continue to prepare our children, and for anyone that knows parents, thank you, Mr. Carter, as we are preparing our children, that it is not. Ooh, okay, now I just knocked my whole plaque. Sorry about that. But that it is not just us preparing our children for back to school in the way of, materials and supplies, or making sure that they are prepared aesthetically in the clothing and that they're meeting all of the requirements of the school year. And there's a lot of back to school events that start before school, like back to school nights and orientations, and the list goes on and on, but also mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, preparing your children to go back out into the world, and the world as it is today. So praying over the seasons for your children, praying over protection for your children. We have a lot of children that are dealing with they're dealing with social anxieties. They're dealing with what is it, like bullying, and there are some children that are dealing with academic intimidation. They learn differently. The school does not serve them as well. You have children that are struggling with the expectations or false guidelines of social media and propaganda, and then so they feel in conflict about that. Listen, preparing them is a holistic experience, and I want to give you love, light, and prayer here on A Moment of Harmony, because I know that it is far from easy. It is far from normal. You are essentially sending little people out into a big world, and it is much more than ABCs and one, two, threes. It is them being exposed to things outside of your home. It is them learning who they are. It is them finding who they are, and it is you trying to keep an eye while you are also maintaining life for them. And for some people, it is multiple thems, not just a them, or not one and two of them, but many of them. So it's just like, pray over your children as you prepare them for tomorrow. Pray over your schools, pray over the bus stops, pray over. Listen, it's work, okay? And I just want to go ahead and take that moment because how are we doing this every year? Okay. Now let's go into our moment because it's supposed to be quick, but I had to have a quick moment. Just letting parents know that you're seen, heard, valued. We love you. We are fighting for each other. We are all in this together. The administration is not dumb making public school difficult. So we just really are going to need the love and support of one another. And I want to remind you that pray over your children. Anoint your children, love over your children, speak to their spirits, speak to their strength, not only spend time on homework, spend time inside of them. Okay, now appreciation attraction in manifestation moments, as we've all been moving towards doing more for ourselves, seeing a version of ourselves in the future, seeing a version of ourselves, and I don't mean a faraway future, but just continuously unfolding ourselves in such a way that we are content in our lives, we have joy in our lives, we don't feel like victims, we don't feel like we're on a sitting on the bench of our lives. We don't feel like we're in the background. We don't feel like we're waiting on great things to happen for us. We're not begging. We're not pleading. We're not working, meaning working, doing tangible things, saying that we have to like put all this money aside in order to be valued, or we have to make this mark or this deadline in order to be appreciated. We are putting our value and our words into a realm where it radiates, right? Where we are moving outwards from experiences of needing validation in unhealthy ways, from experiences of suffering through trauma and having setbacks and strongholds in negative ways. We're moving out of all of that. We are manifesting more, and today we're getting into appreciation attraction. Now, I'm trying to think of the book. I just got a book recommendation yesterday for manifestation, and I think it was just like the secret of manifestation. Gotta look into it again. I did take note, but I got a new manifestation book, and I cannot wait to get into that and apply that even more to all that we've been. Well, I got a new manifestation book recommendation, and I can't wait to get into it and apply it even more to all of the work that we've been doing. But in the meantime, a great deal of my source of the sources I've used in the laws of attraction have been using The Secret, the movies, the books, the what is it called? I was gonna say, what am I? I'm losing a word, y'all. I'm in my Perry days, and I'm exhausted. I have to keep on. It's super exhausted. Um, Documentary. Whoo, child. Okay. And then I have this cool little daily teachings by Rhonda Byron of The Secret that I've been working out of and just loosely curating my moments around. So I'm going to read the excerpt today that our episode, Appreciation Attraction, is loosely based around and what we're going to be getting into today. So let me give that to you really quickly. It says, why is it that most often you find that top quality cars are kept immaculately clean and tidy by their owners, while the older cars are often dirty and messy inside? The difference is the evidence of appreciation. That's what we'll be getting into today. The evidence of appreciation. Appreciation of what you have brings what you want. That is how those people attracted the better cars to them. The evidence of appreciation. So we talk about appreciation attraction, which is where we're going very quickly today, because like I said, my schedule is whoop, like this today. Um, we're talking about the evidence of appreciation. Uh, so okay, I'm gonna go down a step by step so we can get this all done because you know your girl can talk. So a lot of times there are we're in a place of, when it comes to manifestation, a lot of us think it's a wish. We think it's sitting on Santa Claus's lap or something to that nature. We give it this very magical, unattainable, um, ooh la la type of vibe. When manifestation is very real, it's just as real as meditation or prayer. It is very real to the experience of actualization. It's very real to the spirit, to the energy of acknowledgement and creation, right? And so when we use it in more practical, more spiritual, more realistic ways, we have better and more results. And a lot of us, again, are really oblivious to the amount of internal work that's taking place. You are not snapping your fingers and getting the desires of your life, getting the relationship that you're looking for, getting the finances that you're looking for, the health, the peace. This is not how that works. I am not seeing myself into a better future. I am envisioning what those possibilities are, what those prospects could be, and then I am creating a space for those things in my life, for that reality in my life, because it's not always material things. Okay, so today we're going to get into the weight of value in your vision. We're going to do a little bit of value evaluation, and then we're going to talk about how capacity is conclusion. And again, I'm going to do that quick. So rock and roll with me. I have again so much to get into today. Okay, so the weight of value in your vision. All right. Just much like the excerpt that we read, okay, the universe does not, there's a universal language. And universal language is behavior. Universal language is action. It is motion. Universal language is not words as you and I speak. You have to be able to know that in this world of life, there are a number of languages expressed. There are some people who speak ASL, which is American Sign Language. They don't even speak words. There are some people who are nonverbal, especially in this new wave and this new era. There are a number of people that are nonverbal. You have to understand that it is not that dreams don't come true for people who cannot articulate themselves. It is not that people can't have if they can't say. That's because that is not what the universe is really even using to understand what works for you and what doesn't work for you, what is needed by you and what's needed by you, what fits in your life and what doesn't fit in your life. It is your actions, it is how you are working, it is how you are being, it is how you are, right? This is the universal language. It's your behavior. And this is why many of us begin to have so many conflictual realities. We're inconsistent, we're unstable. It is mentally disturbing to us because we're saying that I want to do more. And one example is work, and I'm not going against anyone working. Listen, go out and get your bag. Like, we have to live and survive. But it's the mentality and the awareness that you put around the work you're doing as opposed to the work that's inside you and the purpose you have of doing things. So it's like we put ourselves on a back burner. We put our dreams on a back burner. We put the things that mean the most to us on the back burner, sort of, kind of, every now and again we'll deal with it. And we wonder why when it comes to our fulfillment, it's inconsistent. It's sort of, kind of, every now and again. It's once in a while. And it's, again, where is our attention? Where is our focus? Where is our value? What you are putting the most attention to, what you are taking care of, what you are tending to, that is going to be what you get most of in this life. That is what you are sending constant frequency to the universe, saying, this is my focus. This is what I need. This is what I want. This is what makes me feel complete or whole. And a lot of us are doing that with low vibrational things, right? We're putting a lot of our time into TV or toxic behaviors, like self-intoxication, low vibrational behaviors. We're spending a lot of time on people or environments that don't value us, and we send out a frequency that we're okaying, ashaying, high five, amen to that thing that doesn't value me, to this experience that doesn't illuminate for me, this thing that doesn't work for me. I'm sending out in a prayer, or I'm writing in a journal, or I put on a vision board one thing I want, but I go into the life and I accept and am receptive to and reinforce many other things that are opposite to that. The universal communication is the value system. No one has to should have to ask you what's important to you. I can look at you and see if your hygiene is important to you. I can look at you and see if your culture is important to you. I can look at you and see what it is, like, what is most valuable to you. I can also spend time with you and be able to be in your space and see, like, what is it that you put the most time and intention to. And if I want it, think about when we give people gifts, and the universe works like this. So it comes someone's birthday, or it comes someone's anniversary or something to that nature, and you want to give them a gift. And very few of us, I'm not one of those people that's like, what do you want, what do you want, because I really like to like get gifts from the heart. But I like to work, right? And give you things that I know will mean the most to you, things that are inspiring or growing. So here's the thing. But if, how do I know what this person would want? It's because I'm spending time around them and I'm seeing what they think about the most. I'm seeing what they request the most. I'm seeing where they put most of their attention into. I'm noticing how they respond to things. And that's how I curate my gifts to this person. The universe works that same way. The universe is not coming and saying, "Hey, Harmony, what do you need today? Hey, Harmony, what's really gonna bring you all the most joy today?" The universe is going to watch, or I don't want to give it characteristics that are confusing, but it's going to be able to pick up on us being able on what it is I'm showing what I need, right? I'm saying I need rest, but I never slow down. So I must need more things to do. I'm saying that I need love and affection, but I'm drawing in and I'm giving attention to the wrong types of individuals that are not going to provide that for me. So the universe is, you said you need, but maybe I see all of your attention. I see you responding to. I see you giving energy to. And so maybe I need to, and this is why we're talking about appreciation attraction, the energy of appreciation. How you appreciate your life, how you appreciate yourself, and how you appreciate the blessings that you've been given. So the weight of the value in your vision is that is the vibration. The value is the vibration of the frequency that illuminates out into the universe, that says this is what this person needs more of. This is what this person responds to. This is what this person is comfortable in. Yeah, I know they're sitting in their car crying after work or before work, but they keep going to this place and they put the most time and energy in this place. So I'm just going to give them more focus and energy towards this place. um when they have free time, they're using it to gossip, they're using it to do more low vibrational things. So I don't really think that peace is what they are seeking. I don't really think that what I need to give them, you're saying one thing but you're doing something else. And the values that you're putting in you have to be able to paint. I'm gonna quickly go through this, right? Over this weekend I had a family member that was really rude to me, right? Got really rude. And um the family member got rude, and this continues to be like a so I want to first say I prioritize, I'm very cognizant of the way that I treat people and the way that I make people feel. I feel like that's very valuable in the spiritual realm of where you should exist, right? How you are is how you are. And I want a life of beauty. I want a life of peace. I want a life of calm, expansion, growth, dynamic, a dynamic existence. And so I feel like you have to give that out often. Here's the thing with people that aren't necessarily doing the work or aren't in the same shared space as you: kindness for weakness, right? And that's been my whole, oh my goodness, my whole life. I can't tell you how often the kindness is taken for weakness in all the arenas, right? Work, relationships, families, just kindness for weakness. And when people feel like they, meaning that there has been a time in my life where if people were mean, if people were rude, if people were deceiving, if people were even violent, right? I would always try to still then be in a place of forgiveness, or I would try to find a space of understanding. And I just felt like that's more of what was needed than, fire and fire. But here's the thing that I'm learning now on my journey to 40. You reinforce when you have certain patterns in your life, and you start to see like, why does this happen to me but other people don't experience a certain thing? Why does this become more a part of my reality? Why am I being valued in a way that is less than what I am giving out into, what I'm giving out into the value sphere of things? And it comes back to the vibration that I'm putting out that is saying that this person is accepting. This person is, um, is giving bigger person energy. Not that that's necessarily a negative thing, but it does become negative when you start to require more, when you start to want more, but you are still stuck in a pattern, in patterns of when you received less, right? And so over the weekend, I had a family member that was really rude to me, very unwarranted, right? So I'll say that I was actually looking out for this family member. I was very concerned for them. I was reaching out to them. I was trying to like see what was going on, and I got some heat that did not belong to me. And I feel like, in a lot of ways, I feel like when you become a safe space, or when it is your goal to be a safe space, people feel safe to even undervalue you. Meaning that the consequences or the um, their consequences will be different. Their accountability may be different. All of those things that line up in that way. But here's the thing that's happening when you want to go into victim mode, because we're not doing victim mode, we're manifesting more. Here's the thing: if someone does something, treats you a certain way, and it becomes this, right? That's so true. It becomes this pattern where you go like, I feel like in this moment, I want to do the right thing. I want to be a good person. I'm going to, and you start to put the value in the situation and the person that's undervaluing you, in the circumstance or the situation where you're being devalued. Child, mommy mercy. You start to put the value there. So what I'm learning now is how to just shift the value, meaning that I don't have to respond, I don't have to engage, I don't have to exchange. It is not my job to make sure that the offender is valued in this situation. There's a communication that just happened, right? Something negative happened to you, and the universe is saying this is a circumstance, and I'm wondering what kind of support to give you based on how you respond. The appreciation in this, the value, is when I come and I say, I deserve more than this. I deserve better than this. I don't give this. I don't, because this is, I've been talking to my sister about this too. Like, there was a time when I would just be like, everyone is different. Everyone is in their space. Everyone is where they are in their process. I honor everyone's process. But you know what? I'm at a place where I understand the value vibration and what does this communicate to what I need and what's supporting for me universally, my universal language. So I don't have to be rude, and I don't have to be mean, and I don't have to respond. Those things I can still not do. But I also don't have to shift the value into allowing a space where I am devalued. I can now come back to a space of what works for you right now. This is the message that I'm trying to send out to you. What is going to work for me right now? What is the best for me right now? What is it that feeds me? This doesn't serve me. And how do I get to a place of this is the vibration? How do I get to a place where I'm feeling undervalued and underappreciated? And what is it that makes me feel appreciated? Not this circumstance, not this situation. I probably shouldn't be a part of it. Do you see how that's different from being like, well, let's talk about it, let's work it out. Oh, I know that you treated me a way you wouldn't treat someone else. I know you spoke to me in a way because you felt comfortable that you would not have to deal with certain things if you would say certain things to me. And my thing is now, in the past, I would be appeasing, I would be accommodating, or people pleasing. But the vibration that sends out on the appreciation that I have for self, not putting it on the way that someone else appreciates me, because we do that. The job doesn't appreciate me, the husband doesn't appreciate me, the wife, the kids, my friends, they don't appreciate me. That vibration, when you respond to that in that way, and from the place of the victim, from the place of the appeaser, from the place of y'all don't see me, and so what do I need to do to get seen? That begins to bring down the appreciation on you. Have you ever picked up something from the wrong shelf of a department store, say Target or Walmart, and you go to get the price, and the price is way more than what it was, and this is what the person at the checkout may say. I mean, you picked it up off the wrong shelf. You went to go and scan it, and the cashier may look at you funny because you're like, "Oh, I thought that was $3.99." It was on the wrong shelf, right? And the cashier gives you this impression of you got the wrong one today, right? Did you see the brand? Like, were you looking at the quality? So yeah, you picked it up off the wrong shelf, but why you didn't know that this was in the wrong place, right? It's the difference of being in the dollar store or the Dollar General or the department store. We know that the products vary based on where they are. The value of them changes based on where they are. And if even when you got something wrong, right, I'm not, and what we do in instances like that, when we begin to like depreciate ourselves based on the value vibration given out from others who 9 times out of 10 have a lower value vibration of self, what we then do is the same thing as saying, oh no, you got this product wrong, right? You got the wrong one. You got this off the wrong shelf. This in no way should have been on the $1.99. This is $35. um and what we do, right, this is what I talk about, appreciation attraction. What we will do in life when someone got us, you got us messed up, right? Is that we will then depreciate ourselves in accommodation of the person that is undervaluing us, that sends a message out to the universe that that works for us. We're not doing that anymore. We can't manifest more with that. We can't get into the circles that we are deserving of. We can't get into the relationships that we are dreaming of. We can't get into the financial statuses that we're working towards in that way. What we have done in the past is get to the cashier, understand that we picked up something more valuable than we thought that it was, and it was on the wrong shelf. And we normally will say, oh, I'll lower the price because you didn't know. You didn't know any better that you should have valued me differently. I don't know better that I should be in a place of a more valued situation. So let's just lower my value. So now you've been scanned from $35 to $1.99 because somebody got you mixed up. What I'm saying now when it comes to the weight of your value and your vision is that we don't do that anymore. Yes, you got the decimal in the wrong place, okay? We're not doing that anymore, right? When it comes to manifesting more, we are applying and understanding the appreciation attraction, the attraction of appreciation, the, what did they say here? The evidence of appreciation, not the potential of it, not the promise of it, but we want more, and so there must be evidence of appreciation. Okay, whoo, this is going longer. Let me go. Let me move, right? So the weight of the value in your vision. No, you got this on the wrong shelf and you got this all wrong. You will pay what it is worth, or I will put it where it belongs. And that's how that goes. You will talk to me and speak to me in a certain way. You will value me and you will honor me in a certain way. You will acknowledge me for those at work where people take credit for your work or downplay what you do or over exploit you. You will see me for what I am offering. You will value, you will honor my value, or I will honor my value. But what won't happen, or I will value my honor my value, but what will no longer happen is that I will be devalued for the accommodation of lower vibration ever again, because I'm sending out a message to the universe that I'm okay with the value coming down and what is coming to me. And so I continue to receive the same thing, and from different people, different energies, different experiences, different situations. And you sit here and you go like, is it just me, or do people feel real comfortable, right? Treating this situation away, coming at this situation away, doing a thing. Oh, okay. I must have the, like my good friends say, I must have my decimal in the wrong place. The value matters in the vision that you have for yourself. So as you begin, like they say, good cars stay clean, old cars stay dirty. I don't subscribe to that over there, right? Faithful over a few things. I talk to my children all about that all the time. I'm really getting into like finance and real estate and just home equity and values and HOAs. I'm just learning all of these things, right? Trying to make some really big choices. And one of the things that I was looking at, a lot of times my children, I've been getting into a lot of the house hunters, or I've been going to a lot of the models, and my children will be like, oh mom, we want to live in a place like this, we want to do a thing like this. And I will tell them, do you think, excuse me, do you think that you don't clean up and take care of what you have regularly? And do you think you're going to be blessed with more? Is that the message that you're giving out, that I should have more, that I should have bigger, that I should have greater? You are not presenting a capacity for what it is that you are wanting. And we're going to get into that, right? So the weight of the value in your vision matters so very much. How you take care of what you have, how you take care of where you are. Saying, send me someone who speaks to me a certain way, but I don't speak to myself a certain way. Send me someone who spends time with me a certain way, but I don't spend time with myself a certain way. Send me someone who is proud to present me and showcase me, but I'm not proud to present and showcase. There is a value vibration. There is a value vibration that is stunting your manifestation. And it's not that you don't want it enough, it's that you don't show it enough. Okay? And you haven't gotten to the point in yourself where you've been able to magnetize and become a mirror for the universe that says, I don't play about my peace. I don't play about my health. I don't play about my children. We'll say things like that. My marriage means so much to me, but you'll go out and disrespect your marriage, or you will not consider your mate, or you will treat them a certain way. These are vibrational um, disparities that are stopping and shutting down you having more of what works for you, more of what's good for you. The weight of the value in your vision comes from a universal language of motion, action, and doing. So, the value evaluation. We're getting to the point where we say, you know what, Harmony, I didn't even see it all like that. You're right. I did not know I was reinforcing backwards or dysfunctional behavior in my life. I didn't know that I was creating a space for my value to come down in. I was taking in things that I didn't deserve. I was placating into to roles and lies and skits and scripts that don't serve me, that don't sit well with me, and I'm sending to the universe while I'm praying for something different. I'm actually living in something lower, and I'm letting the universe know I'm confused and I don't know what I want, so you'll keep sending me more of what I'm used to. I didn't see it like that, but now I do. How do I get to the point where I can do a complete evaluation on my value so that it is vibrating a frequency of communication to the universe of what I actually deserve, need, and desire? Here, we're going to break this down really quick. The value evaluation: character, composure, or what you're comprised of, character, composure, and credence, right? Those three things are how we're going to start to look at how we operate in situations that don't feel like us, don't look like us, don't serve us, and we know it, but we are still investing in them in a way that is sending this confusion, right? I'm investing in it. I don't like these people, but I will still show up out of loyalty. I don't appreciate being treated this way, but I put so much work into it. I really like this person, so I'm going to keep doing this thing. I know that I'm not being heard. I know that I'm saying I deserve this raise. I deserve this promotion. I'm going for it. People are holding me back out of exploitation or out of selfishness. And I'm sitting here saying, I'm going to keep my mouth shut about it. I'm not going to write too much about it. I'm not going to do all of this about it. And I'm sending out a vibration of confusion. Why do I keep coming back to this place? Why is it so unstable? Why what I'm asking for only comes in glimmers and glitches? It's because you're only operating in the highest level of yourself and valuing yourself at glimmers and glitches. You are allowing yourself to be devalued, and therefore it is sending out a blockage in the manifestation that you are asking for. You are asking for things and then you are saying, never mind. You are asking for things and then you are saying, maybe not. You're asking for things and you are saying, well, maybe next year, or maybe tomorrow, and I'll just be patient for this wonderful thing. And the thing is, are you a wonderful person? Have you done wonderful things? Are you in a capacity of more wonderful things? Then you should have them. So if any of those things are coming into a blockage space for you, we're going to evaluate it. Character, value evaluation. Where are you and who are you? We got into this a lot with the meiotic moments. Your value evaluation. Who are you? Not what you have and not what you've presented yourself to be, not what other people think you are, and not your accomplishments and your credentials, but who are you at the core when no one is watching? We've heard that before. Who are you at your core for the people that know you the most, the people that rely on you and need you the most, the people that are the most vulnerable to you? Who are you? Are you good? Are you kind? Are you considerate? Or are you selfish? Are you manipulative? Are you sneaky? Only you can evaluate these things for yourself. But understand that in the character of self is the bed of value. I am valuable in character. I am rich and wealthy in self. So I can't be, talked down, bargained with. I can't be bargained with. So I'm saying people will bargain with you at work, in love, at home. Well, if you do this thing good, and if you do this, and if you show up this way, and if you just ignore this thing, or if you treat this way, if you just be quiet, if you just deal with, if you just bear with, I have a character that can't be bargained with, and it helps me in my evaluation. Am I the type of person that deserves to deal with what I'm dealing with? Am I the type of person that will put onto others what's being put onto me? Am I the type of person? Have I merited the lack of value that's coming my way, or the lack of value that I've placed on myself? My character is a value evaluation tool. I am strong. I put good time into self. I spend good time with self. I check self. I grow self. I know self. I love self. Therefore, my character, meaning I would never talk to someone the way I'm being. You see what I'm saying? I would never do to someone what's being. So, all right, then automatically, this is a part of your value evaluation. This is something that's diminishing your value by being a part of it. Now, your composure. What am I? What I comprise of? Who am I? Do I look like I should be played with? It universally. Is this the language that I'm putting out there? I want to do better. I wish life was being better. We have people out there. They want life to be better, but they won't even keep a simple routine. You won't even get up and shower every morning. You won't even get up and speak with yourself. Listen to yourself. You're asking the universe to send things to self, and you can't think about the last time you had a conversation with yourself, honest and open, spiritual and ritual with yourself, right? So my composure, am I of a composure of reception? Am I in a composure of greatness? Am I in a composure of, can I be trusted with what I'm even being asked? What can I be trusted with what I'm even asking for? Lovely. Sorry, y'all. Mommy Mercy. Lovely. Because we're on a schedule and I don't hear people scheduling. Lovely. Ooh, wait till this moment is over. Wait till the moment is over. Okay. So, what is it that you are comprised of? Right? When we think about things being valued, that's a lot of times we say, hey, you can get this for $5.99. It's a very similar in operation. It's very similar in what it is it does. The only difference is when you think about getting a knockoffs, right? You think about getting a less than a brand, right? You're going under the brand. You're like, it's not made of the same material as this purse, or it's not made of the same, this crystal doesn't have the same composite composition as these crystals. This is a little bit cubic zirconia. This is a little bit. The value. Anybody ever worried about or wondered about what shifts value? What shifts value when it comes to merchandise a lot of times is the authenticity of material makeup, the function of something and the makeup of it, your character and your composure. The shifts the value. What am I made of? Am I made of stuff that you should play with? Meaning, I'm made of jealousy, or I'm made of pettiness, I'm made of low vibration, I'm made of greed. Are these the things that I are? And my composure is one of that. Do I have my hand out? Am I just bent over begging? Because why am I being treated that way? Why am I reinforcing that type of behavior either within self or outside of self? But when you are going out into the life saying, like, oh, I hope, oh, I pray, oh, I need, and then you getting treated, okay, like you are a beggar or you're less than. That's your composure. That's what you are comprised of. That's how you sit. That's how you stand. That's how you speak. But I'm saying I'm sending a different message. I'm sending a message out that says, no, I'm not taking any old thing. I wouldn't rather have something rather than nothing. I'd rather have everything or myself or in and with myself because I am composed, right? I'm not out here desperate. I'm not out here begging. I'm not out here wild and reckless and untamable, or I'm a little untamable, but not in the way in which I'm speaking of when it comes to not being of not being composed and aligned in what you're asking for, what you are destined for, and what you deserve. So your character, your composure. These are my value. Okay. Cause you coming at me like, you know what I'm saying? I need to evaluate. I need to evaluate when I'm sitting here. What is it? What is the conversation, the nonverbal conversation that you're having about yourself? What is the nonverbal conversation that you're having to yourself? See, because I'm communicating with everyone in the room, I'm communicating with everyone in the house, and most importantly, I am sending communication and frequency vibrations out into a universal ear that is saying, this is what matters to you. This is how much you matter. This is what you deserve. This is what you can have. And again, because you're saying that you matter, you a queen, and you something like a big deal or whatever, but you're sitting out here being treated like a small deal. You're sitting up here being treated like a secret. You're sitting up there being hidden away and shamed away. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the brothers. You're sitting up here being used, treated like a wallet, but you're saying that you're a human being with a heart and feelings, and I'm just confused. I'm just confused. Your value evaluation finally is your credence, right? What you believe, your character, who you are, your composure, how you are presenting, what you are communicating, and all that you are, who you are, how you are, and your credence is what you believe. What you believe you can obtain. There's a lot of times when I sit with the people in my circle and we talk about, I want this thing, but I don't know how real that is. I don't know how possible that is. I have a vision of what will be perfection for me. I have a vision of the perfect job. I have a vision of the perfect mate. I have the vision of what my home life looks like. I have a vision of what I look like. But I don't know if I can obtain this. I don't know if I can get this. I don't know if that's real. I don't know if that's possible. But you asking the universe to send you something that you don't know if you can have it. Your credence is your belief. And it is a part of your value evaluation. What am I giving you that you don't believe in? So why would I give it to you? Change that, shift that, say that for yourself, right? I entertain on a lower vibration because I'm thinking this is as good as it gets. This is about the best thing I've seen so far, but it's the best thing for you. You can see better if you do better. It's the best thing you've seen so far, which means that you're growing, which means that you're elevating, which means that your manifestation, your abilities to manifest are getting stronger, but they haven't gotten quite just there yet because you got yourself an 8 out of 10. Keep it going, though. What is it? Keep it going in your character. Keep it going in your composure. Keep it going in your belief system and stop settling for less, devaluing yourself, and therefore not showing appreciation to self. I appreciate what I say, what I do, who I am. I like who I've worked to become. And if I'm in environments where that appreciation comes down, I have to ask for small things. I have to beg for regular things. I have to. That does not lower the, or that does not lower the value of the person that you're pointing at, the situation that you're pointing at, the school, the job, the relationship that you're pointing at. It devalues you. I'm talking to you and I'm bargaining about what I'm worth. See, there's some things, and I like nice things, right? There's some things when I walk in a store, I know it's $1,500. I ain't even listen. I didn't, yeah, you can come. I've been calling you. Please. Please come. Please come. They try not to see, because normally when I'm streaming, yes, please come. Get everybody and keep it moving, because I don't like to be interrupted during the my moment. But you don't have to come into the screen, babe. Go around the other. We can still do this a certain way. Okay, so again, I'm being valued at a. There are times when I walk into a store and I can tell by the quality of what I'm looking at, this thing gonna cost a lot of money, and I wouldn't dare talk it down off of a price, because I know what I'm about to get. I know what I'm getting, and I know what I'm about to pay for. And listen, I already know what it's worth. And I'm saying that when you get to that point in your life, see, getting what I'm worth, getting what I'm my value, getting my appropriate value, not being put on clearance, not being put on layaway, not being put on what is it, and not even being put back, okay? Because if someone have to put you on clearance, put you on layaway, or put you back, they don't have the capacity for your conclusion anyway. We're getting into that one next. But so to be able to say that we're doing all of these things. So here comes, I walk in, purse $1,500. I already knew I could smell this purse and tell you how much money this. It's like that. I can look at the stitching and the detail, and I can go into the pocket. Yeah, this thing costs a lot of money, and I'm not about to play around with it. Why would I then know where I walked into? Character, right? Character. I walked into Louis Vuitton. I expect to pay a lot of money because of the composure of the what I'm seeing. I would not dare walk up to the line and say, "Hey, I know this is Egyptian cotton, silk satin, leather, but can I pay less than what is the asking price?" I'm saying in our appreciation and our depreciation, we're doing that on a regular basis. We're sitting up in works. We're sitting in spaces. We're sitting in circles. We're sitting in connections where someone is saying, I know you look like you cost a lot of money, but let me just, can I only give you every now and again attention or affection? Can I only give you every now and again kindness and appropriation? Can I only give you every now and again anything that you deserve and desire, and that makes you light up and be a shiny, bright ornament of appreciation, of value, right? The credence, you and your character have to be of value within yourself. You, in your composure, must sit and stand in the showcase of life as a valuable being. And then you must believe that anything that comes towards you already knows how valuable you are, or you're in the wrong store, right? Walmart is down the hall. Louis Vuitton. Walmart is down the hall. If you want to bargain and a layaway and a clearance, and you want something that doesn't function high end, but I work on my character high end. I am composed within self high end. I understand my mission and my truth high end. And I have that conversation with the universe daily. I do know who I am. I'm sorry that I lost myself. I'm sorry that I allowed people to feel like that. Not only was I a safe space for love, but I was also a safe space for devaluing. And we're changing that. We're changing that, because the appreciation is the attraction. My value and my vision matters. Okay, lastly, because I am going over what was the whole reason of coming on early if I was still going to be doing a whole hour? Okay, my capacity is, okay, so your capacity is your conclusion, right? Meaning that you will have what you value. You have people all the time that says, I value my health, because they work out, they eat a certain way, but they worry and they obsess and they demean self, right? and they hang around people that do the same thing. They're constantly in places that do not serve, that do not bless, that do not contribute to who they are, but they value their health. No. You only going to have what you'll have health if you value health, right? You can't go to the doctor with your cholesterol above up to the roof saying that you value your health. Your blood pressure through the I value rest, and your blood pressure is through the roof. It's the same thing we do to the universe. We want to go to the universe and say, I want a better job, I want a better mate, I want a better vocation, I want a better school, I want a better understanding, I want a better way of being. But I'm coming to you less than what I am asking for. You will have what you value. Your capacity is your conclusion. How is this going to turn out? What is your capacity? How will this work out? What is your capacity? How will I get what I'm asking for? What will the answer be? What will the manifestation be? What will the actualization be? Your capacity is your conclusion. This is a algebraic expression. The answer is in the beginning, right? What you already have is equal to what you will get. Okay, so your capacity is the conclusion. You don't ever have to sit there and say, I'm not sure if I can do more. What can you handle more of? Because you're sitting here saying that you can't handle speaking up for yourself. You can't handle valuing yourself. You can't handle appreciating yourself, caring for yourself. It's too much for you to get up and read extra, work out extra, cut something off, sacrifice something, fast something. It's looking like it's too hard for you to get more. Why am I giving you more? The conclusion is your capacity. We want more. We have to show the appreciation, evidence of appreciation, like in the excerpt. The universe is not asking for your words. The universe is not asking for your plead. It's not even asking for the sacrifices that you make superficially. The universe is asking for evidence of appreciation. Show me what you love, and I'll give you more of that. And if all you show me is the stuff you don't love, all you show me is the stuff you don't like, all you show me is the stuff you don't want, all the stuff that doesn't work for you, all the stuff that isn't serving you, all the stuff that's leaving you confused and in the dark, I'll just keep giving you more of that. But if you show me what means something, I'll give you more. I don't mean no speaking no English. I speak vibration. And there's a vibration in your spirit about what you need, what you deserve, what you want, how you should have it, when you should have it, where you should have it. And in this manifestation moment, we are manifesting more. We're doing more about it. It's the last year of a lot of things. Keep on learning about where your value is within self. Keep learning how you're reflecting that with what you're attracting to yourself. Go on and change it. Make it better. Make a better decision tomorrow and bring on something better into yourself the next day. I love you all so much. I have got to go. Okay, I am all the way in the wrong. I love y'all so much. Thank you for joining me for another moment of harmony. Your value weighs in your vision. Be valuable. Live in valuable places. Treat others valuably, and get what you came for. Get out of this life what you came for, and not just what is being given. I love you all. Until next time, I love you all so much. Go on and take really good care of yourself. Okay, try to. Pray for a massage for your girl. I'm in need. Go on and take really good care of yourself, and then go on out your way and take really good care of someone else. And then all your parents, after the first day of school in the morning, go on to do something with yourself. Do something with yourself. I love you all so much. I will see you next time for another moment of harmony.